Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United consider swapping Cristiano Ronaldo for PSG boss Mauricio Pochettinho. Now it's said Cristiano Ronaldo will leave Manchester United in the summer if Manchester United fail to qualify for the Champions League. And it mentioned that Ronaldo faces a 25% pay cut should Manchester United fail to qualify for the Champions League. 3 weeks ago, Cristiano Ronaldo gave an interview. He was critical of the youngsters, so reflecting on that, he was demanding more from the youngsters. And Ronaldo also said that Ralph Rangnick will do a good job at Manchester United, and Ronaldo also said, "I'm not at Man United to compete for 6th or 7th, he said. Finishing below 3rd is unacceptable. Now, Ronaldo recently played in the cup game against Middlesbrough. He wasted a lot of chances, and don't forget Ronaldo missed a penalty. Ronaldo, of course, played against West Ham before the international break. He was actually good in that game, but prior to that game he was a doubt because if you do remember, he picked up a neck injury. Obviously recovered from that neck injury. Ronaldo's endured a few injuries since he re-signed for the club. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's scored 14 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears the number 7 shirt and his contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend his contract for a further year. Ronaldo receives nearly £500,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United. He has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. A few weeks ago, reports from Spain said that Ronaldo could be heading back to Real Madrid. It said, before, Ronaldo endured like 9.5 years at Real Madrid. That's before he went to Juventus. And Ronaldo's already asked his agent Jorge Mendes to find him another club because he is unhappy at Manchester United. Now, Pochettinho, he's Manchester United's number 1 choice to become the next permanent manager. Pochettinho has told his friends he will be leaving PSG in the summer. Now, reports from France have already mentioned that Pochettinho could be sacked by March. Pochettinho's job hinges on PSG getting to the next round of the Champions League. PSG play Real Madrid in the last 16 of the Champions League. Not so long ago, PSG got knocked out of the French Cup by Nice, and that's put more pressure on Pochettinho. PSG are trying to get Zidane to replace Pochettinho. Pochettinho's contract at PSG expires next year. He has won a French Cup with them. He's been PSG manager for over a year. He's a good manager, Pochettinho, even though he's hardly won anything. But I think if he came to Manchester United, he would suit the strappings of the club and he'd get the best out of these group of players because Pochettinho is proven in the Premier League. Because before, he endured a 5.5-year managerial tenure at Tottenham. Back in 2018, he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final. And at one point, he almost won the league when he was Tottenham manager. Before Tottenham, Pochettinho managed Southampton. He only endured a short managerial tenure with Southampton, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League so far, and before then he managed Espanyol. Revert back to when Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho. Man United should have got Pochettinho then, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. Erik ten Hag, he's also been relentlessly linked with the managerial role at Man United. Now, Manchester United's dressing room revolt against Ralph Rangnick. Manchester United's players are unhappy with the German and his treatment of Jesse Lingard. Ralph Rangnick did say that Jesse Lingard did not ask to play against Middlesbrough. But Jesse Lingard hit back at Ralph Rangnick and said, this wasn't true. Lingard came out and said that my headspace is clear, and he mentioned that the club advised him what to take time off due to personal reasons. Manchester United blocked Jesse Lingard from leaving last month. Newcastle and West Ham tried to get him on loan. Lingard's out of contract at Man United in the summer. He has been part of the club for a long time. He is up our academy, but Lingard doesn't get in our team. So Ralph Rangnick, he's under pressure. He's been Manchester United's interim manager for 2 months. He's managed 11 games so far in all competitions, and he's lost 2 games at the moment. Rangnick is Man United's interim manager till the end of the season, and it did say Rangnick is expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Now, a few weeks ago, it actually said that Manchester United had put their search for a new manager on hold after being impressed by Ralph Rangnick since he took charge in December, and it said Man United were considering offering Rangnick the job on a permanent basis. There's been good performances under Rangnick, there's also been poor performances as well. Credit to Rangnick, he has made changes since he's come in. Earlier on this season, he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Sascha Lenzin as a sports psychologist. Apparently, if Rangnick gets Man United a top 4 finish, he will receive a £500,000 bonus. Rangnick earns £180,000 a week. Manchester United won't win a trophy this season. The only chance of us winning the trophy is the Champions League, and I'm very sceptical we'll win that. Manchester United have not won a trophy for 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Rangnick has endured one transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager. Manchester United endured a very poor January transfer window because Manchester United didn't make any signings. Man United wanted to sign a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Like I said, we blocked Jesse Lingard and Dean Henderson from leaving. And we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of last month. But we did loan quite a few players out last month. You know, we loaned Donny van der Beek out to Everton. We loaned Amad Diallo out to Rangers. We loaned Anthony Martial out to Sevilla. We loaned Ethan Laird out. We loaned Tuanzebe out to Napoli. We loaned Tiedemann Mengi out to Birmingham. So there you go. So we let around 8 players leave last month. Not so long ago, Ed Woodward stepped down. That was good news from a Manchester United perspective because Woodward was one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. Ed Woodward was at Manchester United for 17 years. It was Richard Arnold that replaced Ed Woodward as the new chief executive. The Glazers, they've owned Manchester United for 16.5 years. The Glazers bought the club for 500 million back in 2005, and definitely the Glazers have been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. Revert back to April last year, Man United fans protested against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground and at Old Trafford because the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. But in the end, the Glazers apologised. Well, that's what Solskjaer mentioned at the time. In the summer, I'm expecting Manchester United to make some signings. On the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club in the summer. So in the summer, I reckon Cavani will leave. Earlier on this season, Ralph Rangnick revealed that Edinson Cavani wants to stay at Man United until the end of the season. Cavani's contract at Manchester United expires in the summer. Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. I've been hearing that River Plate are considering a transfer for Edinson Cavani in the summer to replace Julian Alvarez. Last year, Cavani was linked with Barcelona. Well, it actually said that Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Barcelona was seeing Cavani as a replacement for Aguero because Aguero retired due to heart problems. Juventus went in for him last year, and last year Cavani rejected a move to Boca Juniors. Juan Mata, he'll also leave the club in the summer. Mata's out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. Because revert back to last year, Man United extended Juan Mata's contract for a further year. Mata doesn't get in our team. He lost his place in the team a while ago and he's lost that yard of pace and he's aging up. But despite all of that, I reckon he's had a good career at Manchester United. Mata has made 277 appearances in all competitions, scored 51 goals. Mata has been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. We got him from Chelsea back in 2014. Manchester United paid 37.1 million, and revert back to 2020, Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Mata recently came on in the cup game against Middlesbrough. Jesse Lingard, he'll also leave the club in the summer. Matic, he'll also leave in the summer. Matic is out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. And Matic is the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. I've always had my reservations about him because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's aging up and that. But he's had his good games. Matic has been at Man United since 2017. Man United got him from Chelsea, got him for 40 million. If Rangnick doesn't get the job on a permanent basis, I reckon Paul Pogba will depart the club in the summer. Pogba's out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. It did say though not so long ago that Pogba is willing to stay at Man United as long as Ralph Rangnick is manager for next season, because Pogba has been impressed by Ralph Rangnick since his arrival, and it said Pogba would be open to signing a new contract. Was it a couple of months ago? The Sun said that Manchester United offered Paul Pogba a new £500,000 a week contract that would have made Pogba the highest paid player in Premier League history, but Pogba actually came out and denied that he'd been offered that contract. Pogba recently played against Middlesbrough. He did well, to his credit. It was his first appearance in 3 months. Pogba was out with injury for a while. He's had a few injuries since he re-signed for the club, so reflecting on that, he is injury prone. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's made over 200 appearances since he re-signed. He scored 38 times, and Manchester United paid £89 million for him, so our most expensive signing at the moment. And we had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Jones and Bailly, they'll also leave in the summer as well. I reckon we'll get rid of Dean Henderson as well in the summer. And I reckon we'll offload Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the summer. And like I mentioned earlier on, if Man United don't get Champions League, Ronaldo will leave in the summer. And Van der Beek, if he does well at Everton, I can see Everton getting him on a permanent basis. And same with Martial, if he does well at Sevilla, Sevilla will consider getting him permanently. And same thing with Amad Diallo. If he does well at Rangers, he'll go permanently. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson retired. We sacked David Moyes, sacked Louis van Gaal, sacked Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Manchester United recently got knocked out of the FA Cup 4th round against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough won 8-7 on penalties. Anthony Elanga missed the decisive penalty, and reflecting on that, Anthony Elanga was racially abused on social media. It was 1-1 after extra time. Manchester United though have won their last 2 league games. Before the international break, we beat West Ham 1-0 thanks to a very late goal from Rashford, and before then we beat Brentford 3-1. Manchester United's next game is Burnley at Turf Moor. It's Tuesday night, the 8th of February. It's an 8 o'clock kick-off. I've already given you my preview for the game. The last time Manchester United lost at Turf Moor was back in 2009. It was 1-0 to Burnley. Robbie Blake scored a screamer. I do know quite a lot of the players that Burnley have got, like I mentioned on the preview. Obviously, they've got Jay Rodriguez. They have Ashley Barnes. They've got Ashley Westwood. They have Vidra. He's out at the moment with hernia. He's expected to be out for a few weeks. They have Wout Weghorst. He recently made his debut for Burnley. Burnley signed Wout Weghorst last month from Wolfsburg. Burnley paid £12 million for him. He signed a 3.5-year contract with Burnley. Burnley also have Aaron Lennon. Aaron Lennon is a former Everton, Leeds and Tottenham player. They've got Josh Brownhill. He didn't play in Burnley's game with Watford recently because he was suspended. They've got Jack Cork. They've got Goodmanson. Goodmanson's out with injury at the moment. They also have Bobby Thomas and Connor Roberts. They've got Dale Stevens. Burnley got Dale Stevens from Brighton. They've got Charlie Taylor. Charlie Taylor's out with injury at the moment. They've got Matthew Lawton. They have Eric Peters, Phil Bardsley. They've got James Tarkowski. James Tarkowski is a very good centre-half. So they are quite a few of the players have got. The goalkeepers Burnley have got, obviously they've got Wayne Hennessy, who they got from Crystal Palace. They got Will Norris and they got Nick Pope. Let me put into the equation that Burnley lost Chris Wood. Chris Wood went to Newcastle from Burnley. So Wout Weghorst obviously was the replacement for Chris Wood for Burnley. Burnley's manager is Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche is under pressure because obviously Burnley are bottom of the league. Sean Dyche has been a very long-serving manager at Burnley. He's been Burnley manager for around a decade. Burnley appointed him in back in 2012. He's got a contract with Burnley until 2025. Before Burnley, Sean Dyche managed Watford. Burnley recently drew 0-0 with Watford. Manchester United won this fixture at Turf Moor last season 1-0. Man United beat Burnley 3-1 at Old Trafford in the final game of last year. Manchester United do have some players missing. Obviously, Alex Telles, he's been injured. He didn't play any part in the cup game against Middlesbrough recently. Bruno Fernandes recently picked up a knock. Eric Bailly, he recently picked up an injury, but he doesn't really get in the team anyway. Sancho, I think's picked up an injury. Lindelof, he's been out due to personal reasons. I think Chong as well's picked up an injury. And that's about it. Obviously, you know the news regarding Mason Greenwood. Recently, Manchester United fans burn their Mason Greenwood shirts. Greenwood is banned from England and Manchester United, so he can't train or play any matches. Last Wednesday, Greenwood was released on bail after his arrest. Greenwood's been arrested twice for sexual assault, making threats to kill, rape and assault. And not so long ago, Greenwood was removed from FIFA 22. It's disgraceful what Greenwood has done. His career at Manchester United is officially over, and his England career is also over as well. Greenwood joined Manchester United at the age of 6 and he made his senior debut for the club back in 2019. And since then he's gone on to make 129 appearances and he's scored over 30 goals. Last season, Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract. Greenwood is only the age of 20. On my next video, I'll be giving you my score prediction for this game against Burnley. Then after that, I'll be giving you my predicted 11. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.